the government position and what it's already done in response to rising prices.
Well, he was talking up some of the measures that the government has already taken to try and cushion consumers from the rising cost of energy. Included, of course, in that is the €200 domestic electricity credit, which only ended up actually being €192 of a domestic credit to every household because the VAT rate was cut at around about the same time. But he's been talking about that and the other more recent cuts to excise duty on petrol and diesel. All its illustration of what the government wants to do. But of course, there are ongoing calls for the government to do more. And on that front, Eamon Ryan says that it is best not to rush these things, that the government is already in discussion with trade unions as a sidebar to all the public pay talks. It's in discussions with the likes of Social Justice Ireland and other environmental groups about a comprehensive plan, because it says it needs to have all those sorts of consultations before the budget. But of course, the budget is only still 4.5 months away, and opposition parties today have been saying that more needs to be done immediately because people cannot afford to wait that long for support.
I would say there is no more of an appropriate time than now, given the situation that workers and families are facing right across the state. We have been in a cost of living crisis now for a number of months. It is actually now getting worse. I would say to Eamon Ryan, he has to take it into his head that people cannot wait 4 months until the October budget.
It's a very poor look out when Boris Johnson can do more and more quickly to address the cost of living crisis by introducing a windfall tax. It's utterly unacceptable that the government think they can kick this back another few months.
Now, interestingly, Eamon Ryan in those Dáil questions this morning was also asked about the idea of a windfall tax on energy companies who, of course, will be making unexpected profits because of the rising cost of the raw materials and the amount that they are therefore able to pass on to consumers. And Eamon Ryan did not rule that out. But once again, he said that was a question for the budget, because if you're planning to have any extra assistance for households, that might be offset by extra taxes or windfall charges on energy companies. And that will be something you'd have to figure out at the same time. So the government still sticking to its line that it couldn't do anything before the October budget, but opposition parties certainly not accepting that, and they are publicising a nationwide demonstration gathering here at Leinster House 2 weeks from Saturday to make that point.